If you are a premium member of the lynda.com online training library, or if you are watching this tutorial on a DVD-ROM, you have access to the exercise files used throughout this title. Our exercise files, which I'm looking at right now, are organized into individual chapters that correspond to our templates video. In Chapter 1, we provide individual files to look at to see how code is written in a typical Joomla template and get a sense of how these templates are put together. In Chapter 2, we're going to start building our template, and we'll give you all of the building blocks that you need to put together the same template. In Chapter 3, we're going to give you the final template, and we're going to give you some examples of non-working templates so you can see all of the standard problems that occur in a template installation. In Chapter 4, we'll give you the starting CSS files for you to work with for styling all the modules and other areas of your template. We'll also give you the ending CSS files as well, just in case you need those too. Finally, in Chapter 5, we're going to do a little fancy footwork with our templates. We're going to start giving you some PHP and some CSS as a starting point in your template, as well as the ending. And finally, we'll give you a favicon to put that final finishing touch on your website. But first, we need to get our website set up with a common starting point. Because this is a more advanced set of Joomla instructions, we're not going to take the time to build out the whole website that we're going to use for putting together our templates. Plus, we also want to make sure that we start with all the same modules, the same content, and the same menu structures. So we've written a little component for you that you can put on your Joomla installation that will completely wipe out your entire Joomla database and all of your images. Let me just repeat that. It's going to wipe out your entire website and replace it with the exercise files that you're going to need for this tutorial. So, we strongly recommend that you make a fresh Joomla installation somewhere in your web hosting space or on your personal computer. Do a separate Joomla install in a separate Joomla database that's strictly devoted to lynda.com. You really cannot use this as part of any of your clients' websites or any of your personal websites because, again, all of your data will be wiped out. We have a fresh Joomla installation here. This is our standard Joomla installation for Joomla 1.5.7, and we've installed the Joomla sample data just so you can see what the site looks like. As you already know, there's a backend to the Joomla website. In another tab here in Firefox, I'm going to go to my local host, Chocolate Bliss 1, in the administrator. And I'm going to log in. Now I need to install my component from the exercise files. So I'm going to go to Extensions, Install, Uninstall. I'm going to browse for my package file, which is located in my exercise files in the Introduction folder. Once again, let me remind you that you really need to back up your entire website. Did I mention this is going to wipe out all of your files and all of your data when you install this component? If you're really sure, go ahead and upload the file and install. You should get an Install Component Success message. Now we need to run the component. If you haven't backed your site up yet, now would be a really good time to do that. Under Components, you'll find the item, the lynda.com tutorial. Click this. By the way, did we mention that your current site is going to be completely reset? Everything's going to go away. Are you absolutely sure? If so, click here. Make sure you're really, really sure before you do this. If you're not sure about how to back up your site or how to set it up, make sure you go back and review the Joomla Essentials training videos with Joseph LeBlanc. If you click this Yes button, your files and your data are all going to go away. Make sure you're really, really sure. So our demo restore has been completed successfully. Now if you go back to the front page of your website and hit refresh, you'll see all of the data that you need to successfully complete our Joomla template video series. At any point in time, you can run this same component again and it will completely reset your website back to this point if you make big mistakes along the ways in the video tutorials. But again, remember that you're going to go all the way back to this point, and none of your data will be saved. No backups will be made unless you've made them yourself in advance. If you are a monthly subscriber or annual subscriber to lynda.com, you don't have access to the exercise files, but you can follow along from scratch or your own assets.